evening. Good evening, BeCoinWise members and dear guests. My name is Max Kahn, and I'm going to be presenting the BeCoinWise business opportunity for you tonight. So welcome, everybody. I would especially like to welcome Hugh, our Director of Training, and Peter John Krausp, our Technical Director. I would like to welcome Dr. Franz Swanepoel, our CEO and founder of BeCoinWise, and especially you, our guest, because after tonight's presentation, I know you will not be a guest. You'll be a member of BeCoinWise because it's a wonderful opportunity. So I just want to give a big shout out to Anton, to Bernard, Carol Hayward, Daniel Bota, Davy, Devont, Emza, Giorgio, Hugh. So if I've missed you, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's just there's quite a few here. So yeah, shout out to all our guests. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I always like to start with the little poem that impresses upon you the value of time. And it goes something like this. I only have a minute, just 60 seconds in it, forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. It's up to me to use it. I will suffer if I lose it. Give an account, should I abuse it? Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. And I'd like to start off with that because it impresses upon you the value and importance of time. And let me tell you, every minute that you spend thinking about joining BeCoinWise is an opportunity in eternity lost, because BeCoinWise is perhaps the best business opportunity that's ever going to come around. And I don't want you to hesitate. Don't think twice. Take my advice and join tonight. Okay, so let's get right into the presentation. I'm just going to share my screen with you. Just give me 1 second. Right, I don't know if you can see that. Let's just check. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to share the screen. Okay, right. How does that look? That should be full screen for everybody. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BeCoinWise business opportunity, and let's get right into the presentation. Okay, now this first slide that I present to you, at first glance, it looks like doom and gloom. Let me reassure you, it's not. If this is not the best news that you learn tonight, then I don't know what is, because if this particular slide doesn't wake you up to the economic crisis that South Africa and the rest of the world, by the way, is facing, then I don't know what will. Because Business Tech, a respected publication, is telling us the huge blow to petrol prices in South Africa. It's telling us the cost of living crisis. South African households are burdened, heavily burdened by rising prices. Electricity and water costs keep escalating. South African households face financial strain from skyrocketing utility and food prices. So they're telling us, this is Business Tech, Daily Maverick, they're spelling it out for you. And I think it's time we did something about it. Something has been done about it, and that's BeCoinWise. So tonight, here's the agenda. We're going to have the introduction. Then we're going to move to the company overview. Then we're going to talk about the ecosystem. We're going to discuss the merchants. We're going to look at the market analysis. We're going to look at the proposed solution to all of this, the implementation plan, the benefits and impact, the ranks within the BeCoinWise system, then the conclusion, and then, of course, the contact details. So let's go right in without wasting another second. Okay, so introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, and especially guests, welcome to the BeCoinWise system, South Africa's unique shopping and loyalty ecosystem that empowers everyday people like myself, yourself, to earn rewards from the spending they already do. We're not asking you to spend on things you don't normally buy. We're not asking you to enter into subscriptions. We're talking about the spending that you are already doing. We're going to revolutionize that. Our mission is simple. BeCoinWise mission is very, very simple: to make everyday shopping, everyday ordinary shopping, more rewarding, to create a community-driven loyalty system that benefits everyone. Who is everyone? You, the shopper, the merchants that you shop at, and of course, the community that you live within, that you reside in. Everyone is going to benefit tremendously from the BeCoinWise system. We are going to ensure that the growth is professional, transparent, and sustainable. That's the message, that's the essence, that's the core of BeCoinWise. Growth that is professional, growth that is transparent, and growth that's sustainable. We're not here to sell any kind of product. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to have stock on hand. There are no products to sell. We do not push people into anything. And I want to emphasize that. There are no products that you need to buy and sell on. Nothing like that whatsoever. BeCoinWise is here to reimagine shopping as an opportunity, one that brings back value to households, value to communities, and value to businesses alike. And that's a win-win situation for everyone. Okay, so here's the company overview. Here's a vision statement of BeCoinWise: to build South Africa's most trusted shopping and loyalty ecosystem, where everyday ordinary spending creates value, strengthens communities, and empowers people like you and I, to grow together. Our mission statement is to make shopping more rewarding by creating a transparent, sustainable, and inclusive, an all-inclusive loyalty ecosystem, because BeCoinWise empowers members to earn from everyday spending. BeCoinWise supports merchants with stronger customer engagement, and BeCoinWise ensures that this growth benefits the entire community. And again, that's a win-win situation for everyone. Okay, so here's the ecosystem at a glance. Now, if we look at this ecosystem, we see 4 components here. Okay, so we've got, if we go from the top left and we go in a clockwise direction, the ecosystem, it's a closed loop system. And you will notice the arrows go both ways. They go to the left, they go to the right, they go up, and they go down. Let's start with Sellbucks, move to the right, BeCoinWise, then you, the shopper, you, the member, and then, of course, the merchant. Now, that can go any way around. But the most important person in this loop system is you, the shopper, you, the member. And the BCoinWise system goes hand in hand with the merchant and Sellbucks. Sellbucks is the payment platform that enables all of this to integrate seamlessly. And that's a wonderful system. Now, if you're thinking or you're asking yourself, who's Sellbucks? What's Sellbucks? Never heard of it. Well, Sellbucks is a digital payment platform that's been around for 12 years. And in that 12 years, they have transacted 60 billion rands. Now, 60 billion rands in 12 years, that's averaging out at 5 billion rands a year. So that's the history, that's the pedigree, that's the caliber of Sellbucks. They are a trusted payment platform, and they are the glue that's keeping all this together. We have the amazing BCoinWise system. We have the merchants who are subscribing to the BCoinWise system. And then we have you, the individual member, you, the shopper. So that's a closed loop system. I'm talking about merchants. What merchants am I talking about? Well, who's heard of Pick and Pay? Anybody? Pick and Pay. Yeah, Pick and Pay. That's a well-known family organization. It's a well-known major retailer in South Africa. We all do our shopping at Pick and Pay. I'm pushing Pick and Pay tonight, by the way. Checkers. Who's heard of Checkers, Boxer, ShopRite, Total Energies? Who's ever filled a car up with petrol or diesel with Total? These are the merchants, and this is a caliber of merchants that has embraced the BCoinWise system. This is a caliber of merchants that is subscribing and accepting the Sellbucks digital platform. What about Mug and Bean? What about Ackermans? We all shop at Ackermans for clothing. What about Discount? When we need our medication or our scripts, we go to Discount. What about Clicks? We go to Clicks for a lot of things. Mr. Delivery, Mr. D, anybody use Mr. D? They're all on board. All these blue chip companies are rubbing shoulders with BCoinWise and Sellbucks because they can see the benefits. They can see the value to them as a business. They can see the value to the community where these businesses are situated, and they can see the value for you, the shopper. Now, if they can see it, and we're talking about these big companies, Hi-Fi Corporation, Spur, all the big companies. And by the way, more and more are joining by the day. Soon, everybody will be on the BCoinWise system. That I promise you. If these big names have already joined, what does that tell you? Now, they don't just join anything. They do a lot of due diligence. They check these things out. And if these blue chip companies of South Africa are on board with BCoinWise, then the question is this, and there's only one question: are you? And if you are, great. If you're not, get on board tonight and be in the same community as these blue chip companies that have been around for some of them for hundreds of years. So guys, let's get on board, and let's get on board tonight. This is the caliber of merchant that's rubbing shoulders with BCoinWise. Okay, so let's look at the market analysis. Let's just analyze this for a moment. What market are we talking about? Well, if you look at the bottom left here on your screen, the industry overview. Okay, so what the industry overview is telling us that South Africans, now that's you and I, South Africans, ordinary South Africans, are spending. They are spending billions, not millions of rands, billions of rands every month on basic stuff like groceries, fuel, medicines, and lifestyle products. All the basic stuff, nothing fancy, all the basic necessities, if you like. We've all got to buy groceries. We all have to put petrol in our cars. And collectively, we are spending billions of rands every month on those products. Now, the global loyalty and rewards market is projected to grow rapidly as consumers demand more value. Now, up to now, the traditional loyalty programs, they often benefit retailers more than the shoppers. Who's the shoppers? You and I. The traditional loyalty program has a tendency to benefit the retailers over and above the actual shoppers. The BeCoinWise opportunity is creating a transparent shared value system where shoppers themselves, you and I keep reminding you, we are the shoppers, where we, the shoppers, are being rewarded. Now, the target market, BeCoinWise focus is on everyday shoppers, shoppers who want to save, and shoppers who want to earn from their daily spending. BeCoinWise focus is on households, households that are looking to reduce financial pressure without changing any of their shopping habits. So, you're not going to achieve this by buying less. You're going to be doing the same thing. But this is what the BeCoinWise focus is on. The target market is households who are wanting to reduce the financial pressure without changing any of their habits. BeCoinWise focus is on forward-thinking merchants who want to increase customer loyalty and, perhaps most important, customer retention. Now, if you're in business or you know of a business or you have any business inclination, you will know one of the hardest things, and it can be one of the most expensive things to realize and to create, is that very thing, customer loyalty and customer retention. Ask any business, they'll tell you, we endeavor every day to achieve that. It costs a lot of money. Our results are neither here nor there. BeCoinWise is going to increase that. It's going to promote that. It's going to swell that. And that's one of the advantages of the BeCoinWise system. The BeCoinWise system is also focusing on the greater community. And that is beautiful. That is altruism at its best. Communities that are seeking innovative, sustainable, it's got to be sustainable ways to circulate this value locally. In other words, keeping the value, keeping the savings, keeping the money all within the community that you and I live in. That's the community that we're talking about. The competitive analysis, traditional loyalty programs, things like earning points or cashback or store cards, they give limited rewards and they often lock you and I into one chain. And, you're losing a little bit of freedom there. BeCoinWise is totally different. BeCoinWise is from the ground up totally different. BeCoinWise works across multiple merchants and categories. So you've got more choice now than ever. BeCoinWise, the rewards are transparent and they are shareable within a community ecosystem. And of course, BeCoinWise is positioned as a professional, unique alternative to the outdated loyalty models that we've been suffering. And I'm going to use that word suffering up to now. Well, it's all changed. BeCoinWise has rewritten the rule book, and BeCoinWise is the platform that's making all of this possible. Okay, so here's the proposed solution. Let's look at the problem statement. Once again, shoppers are spending billions, and I emphasize that not millions of rands, billions of rands every month on essentials. Essentials such as groceries, milk, bread, foodstuffs, fuel, petrol, diesel for your car, medicine, prescriptions, that sort of thing, lifestyle products, and the rest. We're spending already billions of rands on those essentials every month. Yet, despite this massive, and it is massive, billions of rands is massive, despite this massive consumer activity, you and I, the shopper, earn nothing or very little back from that daily spending. Merchants struggle to build long-term loyalty and customer retention. And of course, our communities that we live in, miss out entirely on opportunities to circulate this value sustainably. Well, it's all changing. It's all changed because of BeCoinWise. So, what's the result of this problem statement? The result is a system where the value flows out. The value flows out and very, very little flows back into the very people creating this value, and that's you and I. It's all about to stop, my lovely friends. And thanks to BeCoinWise for that. The BeCoinWise solution is very, very simple. BeCoinWise introduces to you a shopping and loyalty ecosystem, which is designed to benefit shoppers. It's designed to benefit merchants, and it's designed to benefit our communities alike. You, the member, you will earn rewards on your own purchases. Communities will grow through a shared loyalty benefits. And merchants, they'll gain and they'll benefit too through repeat customers, stronger engagement. Now, I want to emphasize this is not some kind of network scheme. No, not at all. It's a unique loyalty model that works with everyday spending. And again, everyday spending on necessities, not luxury goods, not buying things that you don't need. We're talking about everyday necessities, everyday shopping, everyday groceries, everyday petrol, diesel for the car. That's what we're talking about here. The value proposition is quite simple. For shoppers, and that's you, that's I, you and I, the shoppers, the members of BeCoinWise, we are going to turn our daily spending into rewards and savings. For merchants, merchants are going to build stronger customer loyalty, and they're going to attract new shoppers. For communities, and that's where we live, for communities that we live in, we are going to keep, BeCoinWise is going to keep the value circulating within that community, which will result in supporting local households and local businesses. You see, my lovely friends, it's quite simple. BeCoinWise creates a win-win situation. BeCoinWise creates a win-win ecosystem, an ecosystem where everyone benefits. Who's everyone? You, I, the merchants that we shop at, and the communities that we live in. That's the win-win situation for everyone. So here's the implementation plan. Now, from the 1st of September this month, we rolled out a refreshed structure, and some of you are maybe fair with it. The membership is now included in the starter pack for everyone. The starter pack, to activate it and become an active member, costs. It's an investment of 350 rands. You heard correctly. 350 rands. Now, that's a negligible amount for what you're getting. That's a nominal fee. That's a paltry amount for the system and the benefits you're going to be getting. 350 rands gets you into the BeCoinWise system, gets you to an active member. You're going to enjoy nationwide expansion because BeCoinWise is rolling out this nationwide expansion through partnerships and community onboarding. We are involving the community in the BeCoinWise system. There's going to be a seamless integration of shopping, earning, and loyalty rewards, all under the umbrella of BeCoinWise. It's absolutely amazing. It's such an exciting time to be alive because this is perhaps the best thing since the wheel. It's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm telling you. Never before have I endorsed anything until I was introduced to BeCoinWise. I just couldn't wait to tell everybody, and I am telling everybody. Okay, so here's, let me just break down the starter pack. A lot of people ask me what's the starter pack and what's going on. Well, the starter pack, as I say, is 350 rands, and it's 350 rands once off. Yep, there's no weekly fee, no monthly fee, no yearly annual fee, no subscriptions whatsoever. You pay once and never again. Once you join BeCoinWise for 350 rands, you are in for life. It's a once-off payment. Please, indulge me here. Let me say this again. It's a once-off payment of 350 rands. You're not buying anything. You're not storing your house full of goods that you've got to ship and move on. You don't do anything like that. You join the BeCoinWise system for 350 rands and you're in. What an investment and what a return on that investment you're soon going to very quickly realize. Now, by the way, once you join BeCoinWise, you can keep and continue to use all your existing retailer rewards. The loyalty points that you already have, or the cashbacks that you earn with the Smart Shopper card, or things like that, or the Checkers card, you can continue to use them and to continue to benefit from them as well. Now, the question everybody's asking, where is the BeCoinWise money coming from? Let me quickly tell you where the BeCoinWise money is coming from. It is coming from a very, very small transaction fee. There is a transaction fee. It's a small amount. The money is coming from that small transaction fee. Now listen to this. That is paid by the merchant. The merchant pays this transaction fee, not you or I, the member of BeCoinWise. I'm going to say that once more. The money is coming from a transaction fee that is paid for by the merchant, not you, the member. You don't pay anything. The merchant is paying. And this is where the BeCoinWise money is coming from. Now, obviously, it's a numbers game. The more shoppers, the more transactions, the more shared value. Now, by the way, you don't need to introduce BeCoinWise to anybody. You can join and just earn from your own shopping. But I think that would be terribly silly because with such good news, wouldn't you want to share this good news with everybody? I think the answer is yes. And you should, and you must, and you will. As soon as you join, you tell everybody. And again, the more shoppers, the more transactions, the more money, the more savings you will realize, and the more money that you will earn. So you can invite unlimited shoppers. You can invite merchants. Now, if you've got any shop, you can ask the shop owner or the business owner, have you heard about BeCoinWise? Would you like to join? And you can, invite as many shoppers, it's unlimited, and merchants onto the system. And remember, the growth is scaled. It will scale with participation. So let's look at these three squares at the bottom of this slide. The shopper pays with the Sellbucks wallet or voucher. The merchant, not you, the member, the merchant pays or picks up that transaction fee. You earn a percentage of that transaction fee, and that fee is shared to the greater community, members, and growth incentives. So that's the starter pack, like in a nutshell. The starter pack also gives you access to a whole load. It's more than you'll ever be able to use. Tools and marketing equipment and videos all already done for you. You just have to put your name in and it's all done. And that's thanks so much to our technical director, Peter John Krasp. And if you're listening, Peter, we thank you most sincerely for all your technicality stuff, because Peter's got a knack of taking technical terms and things and simplifying them into everyday language where guys like me, who's non-technical, can understand, but more importantly, able to use these things and implement them. So, if you were to invest in a system like this yourself, and if you were to, make these systems for yourself, you'd be talking about hundreds of thousands of rands. And yet it's all done for you. It's almost like paid by numbers. You can't go wrong. It's all been done for you. And again, your investment to be part of this, to be able to use these platforms, is 350 rands. It's unbelievable, but that's the price. 350 rands, you are a paid up member, an active participant of the BeCoinWise revolution. And it is a revolution, I promise you. Okay, so my lovely friends, let's have a look at the benefits and the impact. So if you look to the left of your screen, there's the target. Let's call it a target. It's like a target board. And right in the middle, right in the center, right in the nucleus is you, the member, you, the shopper, okay? So if we look at the first ring, the first outer ring, it's direct shoppers, okay, times 10. Then the next ring is extended shoppers times 100. Then if we go to the third outer ring, it's broader shoppers times 1,000. Then, of course, if we look at the outer ring, the market growth shoppers times 10,000. So let's equate that and let's change that into monetary value. So the direct shopper starter pack bonus for you as a member. Now, remember, there's going to be 10 direct shoppers in your ecosystem, in your shopping community, and you're going to earn 10 rands each. That's 100 rands you earn from your 10 direct shoppers from the starter pack bonus. If we look at the extended shopper starter pack bonus, that's 100 people in your shopping community. You're going to get 5 rand per person per bonus, and that equates to 500 rands. If we look at the broader shopper starter pack bonus, now there's 1,000 people in that community, you're going to get 10 rand per starter pack bonus. That equates to 10,000 rands. And then, of course, the one we're all chasing, the one we all want, is the market growth shopper starter pack bonus. And that is 25 rands times 10,000 people, because you will have 10,000 people in that shopping community ecosystem. And you're getting 25 rands for every starter pack. That is 250,000 rands. And the total is 260,600 rands. And remember, you even get your own personal onboard starter pack bonus of 50 rands. That is generous beyond belief. This is very, very generous and lucrative. So let me give you an example of the benefits and impact. Let me put this across at a low amount of 1,000 rands. Okay, let's choose 1,000 rands. So what am I talking about? Well, every time a payment is processed in your shopping community, you will receive a loyalty share of the transaction fee as follows. So let's say the shoppers that are in your community are spending monthly 1,000 rands. I'm laughing, and I know you're laughing too, because we spend much, much more every month. Well, I do anyway, and I'm quite certain I know you do too. But let's keep it at 1,000 rands, and let's look at the potential earnings that you can realize on 1,000 rands. Okay, so in that first ring, the direct shopper reward, you're going to get 10% of the transaction fee of that 1,000 rands, for example, times 10, because there's 10 shoppers in that direct shopper the ring. Remember, that was the first ring, and that equates to 15 rands. But hold on, when we move to the extended shopper reward, you're going to get 5% on 100 people shopping. That's 75 rands. If we move to the broader shopper reward, the percentage goes up to 15%, and there's 1,000 people in that category. That equates to 2,250 rands. If we go to the market growth shopper reward, you then start to earn a massive, colossal 40% on the shopping of 10,000 people who are spending 1,000 rands a month. I mean, they're going to be spending much more, but we're keeping it low just to let you see the potential yourself. You can work this out. That equates to 60,000 rands. So the monthly income, the potential that you have, that you can earn on your community just spending 1,000 rands a month is 62,340 rands. And remember also, you'll get 10% on your own shopping. But that is amazing. That is colossal. And you can't get better. You must join tonight. The next slide. If we increase that 1,000 rands to 2,000, and even that's a ridiculous amount because people spend more than that just on petrol for the car, never mind groceries for themselves and the family. But again, we don't want to intoxicate you with, inflated figures. We want to keep it low so you can see this for yourself. So this community now, your community, is now spending 2,000 rands each. On the direct shopper reward ring, you're getting 10% of those 10 people's transaction fee of the amount that they have spent, and the amount we've agreed on is 2,000 rands. That's 30 rands you're getting. If we go to the extended shopper reward, you're getting 5% on 100 people shopping of 2,000 rands each. That's 150 rands. If we go to the broader shopper reward, the percentage goes up to 15%. And you have 1,000 shoppers in that community, you'll be earning 4,500 rands on them spending 2,000 rands each per month. Some people spend that a day. Some people spend that a week. If we look at the market growth shopper reward, again, it's a colossal 40%. I mean, this is mind-boggling. 40%, and there's 10,000 people in that shopping community. You will earn 120,000. Total monthly income that's coming to you passively, 124,680 rands. And again, I'll remind you, you'll even get 10% on your own shopping as well. Where else do you have the opportunity or the potential to earn 124,680 rands. Where? Let me tell you. Stop thinking. I'm going to answer it for you. Nowhere. Nowhere on earth can you do this except through BeCoinWise. BeCoinWise has made this possible. It's made it possible for you. It's made it possible for me. Let's join and join tonight, my lovely friends. Okay, so if we look at the community growth and earnings, this is an example scenario. So let's just read on the left side of the screen here, the shopper community capacity, because you're probably wondering to yourself, how many people is this going to take, and where does this max out? Well, let's look at this. It's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, which gives you 11,111 maximum shoppers. And that is considered to be a full hive, okay? Based on an average monthly spend of that hive of 1,000 rands per person per month, again, you know it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be, I shouldn't say this, but it's going to be 5, 10 times more. The income potential is unbelievable. But again, with a full hive of 11,111 people, you're going to be earning passively 60,000 rands plus per month. If your hive is half full, you're going to be earning 30,000 rands per month. If your hive is a 10th full, you'll still be earning 6,000 rands per month. Now, before you say, oh, 6,000 rands is nothing, consider and remember you'll be earning this passively. You're not doing anything physical to earn this. It's coming to you passively. It's a new stream of income that wasn't available to you before. It's available now. Will you seize the opportunity? Oh, I have every faith in you that you will. And you ought to, and you must do it tonight. So how long is this going to take? What timeline are we talking about? Well, it doesn't really matter. If it takes a year, or it takes a year and a half or 2 years, your earnings are going to be improving every day as your hive grows. Now, let me remind you, you can invite hundreds of shoppers. You can invite hundreds of merchants on board as well. And you're going to encourage them to do the same. Because as I said earlier, don't make BeCoinWise the best kept secret. Tell everybody. So that's the community growth and earnings example scenario. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than you think. And if you will just give it some thought, some serious thought, you will see and agree with what I'm saying to you. So, my lovely friends, let me just quickly explain to you the ranks within the BeCoinWise shopping ecosystem, okay? So, we start at the bottom, okay? So we're going to go from the bottom up the way. And the first one is the nectar collector, okay? So the nectar collector, what is a nectar collector? Well, it's where we all start. So in other words, you as an individual, you will have purchased and paid. You will have paid for a starter pack. You will be activated on the system, and you will have onboarded 2 other people, 2 active direct shoppers. Okay, now remember, you've got 10 direct shoppers in that first outer ring. You're in the middle, and the first ring is the direct shopper. So you will become a nectar collector as soon as you join BeCoinWise and you have onboarded 2 active direct shoppers. You are now a nectar collector. Next rank up is the honey maker. Okay, so the honey maker, your 2 active direct shoppers, they each onboard 2 active direct shoppers. And now your shopping community in total is 6. You have 6 people, okay? You do that, you become a honey maker. You want to be the bee's knees, and we all want to be the bee's knees. then you have 10 direct shoppers in your inner circle. Tier 1. A B leader, you have 100 active shoppers in your community. You have 5 active personally onboarded shoppers who each have 10 active personally onboarded shoppers in their communities. You do that, you're a B leader. A hive master, well, a hive master, you have 250 active shoppers in your community. 10 active personally onboarded shoppers each, with 10 active personally onboarded shoppers in their community. That will make you a hive master. The golden hive, we're getting so close to the royal, to the regal, to the pinnacle, to the one we're all aiming for. Golden hive, you have 500 active shoppers in your community, with at least 2 B leaders in your shopping community. The Nectar Elite, I like that word elite. Nectar Elite, you have 1,000 active shoppers in your community, with at least 3 B leaders in your shopping community. And then the pinnacle, the top, the royal B, the king, the queen, him, herself, you have 5,000 active shoppers in your community, with at least 3 hive masters in that community. You will then be a royal bee. And by the way, I've got something very exciting to share with you in the next screen, because all first-time royal bees will share in 2%. To drive you, to push you into joining BeCoinWise and to get other people to join too. All first-time royal bees will share in 2% of the BeCoinWise company revenue once you qualify. Guys and gals, my lovely friends, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? It's 350 rands to join. It's the best, I can promise you, it's the best 350 rands you will ever spend. It's the best 350 rands you can ever invest in yourself. Okay, so this is a very interesting slide, because you know what? A lot of people think that 1,000,000 rands is a lot of money. Well, it is a lot of money. But I'll tell you something, 1,000,000 rand doesn't go as far as it used to. And if you take 1,000,000 rand to the UK, for example, it equates to approximately about £40,000, and that doesn't go far. But nevertheless, we don't live anywhere else. We live here in South Africa. So did you know that once your BeCoinWise earnings hit about 8,300 odd rands, you are now technically a bank millionaire. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. To earn 8,333 rands in interest every month, you would have to have a capital of 1,000,000 rands sitting in the bank, which you can't touch, because if you touch your capital, it affects your interest. You would have to have 1,000,000 rands in the bank to earn 8,333 rands. And remember in the previous slide, or the slide before, even if your hive is only a 10th full, you'll be earning 6,000 rands every month. 6,000 rands. So you know what? What are we waiting for? As soon as your earnings hit 8,333 rands a month with BeCoinWise, you are technically a bank millionaire without your capital being encumbered by the bank, because banks normally want you to lock your money in for a period of time, or at least a month or 6 months or a year. No, you'll be earning this money with BCoinWise. When your hive is about a tenth full, let's say 15% full, you'll be earning this kind of money. You are a bank millionaire. Now, there's the example there. 1,000,000 rands in bank savings, you get 8,333 rands. If you've got half a bar, 500,000, you're going to get 4,166 rands every month from the bank. 250,000 rands will give you 2,083 rands every month from the bank. And if you have 100,000 rand in your bank account, you'll get 833 rands. And that's based on, by the way, a very generous 10% annual interest rate. And, you're going to have to shop around to get 10%, but that's the figures we're using. So can you see the potential of the BCoinWise system? Can you see the earnings that are potentially available to you? Can you see that once your hive is just 15% full, you're going to be the same as someone, you'll be earning the same as someone who has 1,000,000 rands in the bank. You're technically a millionaire, you're a bank millionaire. And your hive's only 15% full. Guys, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Get on board tonight. Grab this with both hands, twist the throttle, give it a handful, and let's get going. So, my lovely friends, here's the conclusion. Again, I reiterate and I emphasize, BCoinWise is not some new or some other scheme. No, no, no. It's a shopping and a loyalty revolution. And I mean revolution. It has turned all this loyalty programs and systems upside down. We've done a 365-degree spin. We believe, BCoinWise believes in empowering you, the shopper. BCoinWise believes in strengthening communities. And BCoinWise believes in creating an ecosystem where everyone benefits. You, I, the merchant, the communities, from everyday spending. Now, I've said this about 20 times. Everyday spending. The spending that you're already doing. You're buying groceries, you're buying milk, you're buying bread, sugar, tea bags, coffee. This is the everyday grocery spending that we're talking about. My lovely friends, shop smart. Shop BCoinWise smart. Shop smart, earn more, let's grow together. Join us in our new chapter. We launched it on the 1st of this month. Get in now. The summary for members: you're going to be earning rewards. You're going to reduce the cost of living. You're going to be joining a supportive community. That's just some of the benefits for you as a member. For merchants, you're going to experience customer loyalty. Merchants with the BCoinWise system, you're going to increase traffic, foot traffic through your door. And you're going to be part of a shared ecosystem growth. For communities, a sustainable way to circulate value and to empower households. My lovely friends, today, tonight, you might shop. Tomorrow, you might shop again. In fact, you will shop again. The only question I have for you, will you earn from it or not? My lovely friends, the time is now, right now. Get back to the person that invited you to this presentation tonight. Get back to your referrer. Get back to the person that introduced you to the BCoinWise system and join. You're going to make an investment of 300 350 rands. I cannot say this enough. Sometimes I can't believe it's 350 rands. You know, if it was 3,500 rands, it would still be worth every single penny. But our CEO and founder, Dr. Franz Swanepoel, is an altruistic man at heart, and he can see the pain in households. He can see the pain and misery in the communities, and he's kept this price as low as it's possible to be. 350 rands. My lovely friends, shop smarter, earn more. Let's grow together. Together with who? You and Be Coinwise. Be Coinwise and you. So, my lovely friends, here's some contact details for you to jot down or take a screenshot of. You can WhatsApp Be Coinwise on +2761 501 0386. If you prefer to SMS, you may SMS us on +27 8393 0043 959814. You can send us an email at support@becw.co.za. You can go onto the website and learn more at World Wide Web, www.becw.co.za. My lovely friends, you can contact us and make contact with us on social media. All the main major social media platforms you will find Be Coinwise: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, Zoom, what we're using tonight. We're on all the major social media platforms. We are very contactable. We want you to contact us. We want you to be absolutely certain that you're doing the right thing. We want you to be able to make an informed decision, and you're able to do that by communicating with Be Coinwise through any one of these platforms. Okay, right. Let me just stop sharing the screen. Okay, and we're back to this one. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, my lovely friends, fellow Be Coinwise members, and especially the guests. If you don't join Be Coinwise tonight, when will you join? Because you only have tonight, you only have now. And my lovely friends, if you don't appreciate the value that Be Coinwise is offering you as an individual, offering your community, offering the merchants that you shop with, you know, what are you missing? And I don't want you to miss anything. I want you to join Be Coinwise, and I want you to join tonight. I always like to end with a little sort of pick-me-up poem, and it goes something like this. Oh, my lovely friends, I want you to ignite the higher fire within you. Lovely friends, never, ever give up. You must aspire to acquire the desire you admire and require. Then you'll become a live wire on fire. Now, my lovely friends, should you misfire and backfire, don't retire or perspire. Shine like the sapphire. Become the high flyer. Refire and acquire the desire you admire and require. My lovely friends, until I see you again, may all your days be happy and joyful. I'm going to be back on Wednesday evening with the presentation again. I want you to invite your friends. I want you to invite your family. I want you to invite your colleagues at work. I want you to invite complete strangers, because everybody, and I mean everybody, should know about Be Coinwise. Tomorrow evening, Tuesday, we'll have Peter John Krasp with the technical presentation, and Peter explains in very simplistic terms how you can use many of the tools and systems that's available to you through the starter pack. I'm back on Wednesday with this presentation. On Thursday, we have head office notifications. So if there is anything from head office, the latest coal-face news, you'll be the first to hear it from Dr. Franz himself on Thursday. My lovely friends, may you live as long as you want to, and want to as long as you live. And with Be Coinwise, you want to live forever. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night.